How you doing, Cod? No stream yesterday. I was fixing a world eater, and getting a mod installed on the server that we can track placed blocks as well as mine blocks at certain areas. So obviously this is not accurate for this whole dig because we just did that, but we could do it for anything. Any custom shape, it only tracks inside the certain area that we provide to it, which is pretty cool. So we'll do that for new builds, decorations, new dig sites, anytime going forward now. Pretty easy to do. You have some news for me? What are you talking about? I mean, you tried to stop it. Minus 24. I mean, I'm confused. So yeah, we'll be here today. Just doing some mining. I probably should start the world eater back up. But we'll see. I'm actually surprised I was able to fix it. You didn't see? I mean, it will be 90% done tomorrow. 10% left. Are we sure it's not counting? Because, like, that's still 10% still a lot. Is it not like 400k? Yeah, I saw him in. You'll stay out to finish it? No? I wouldn't be surprised if Alex did. Yeah, literally just on the outside I leave it. So it is very accurate in the shape that you define it as. Still don't understand how we're so far down with this already. We combined for today and took a nap. Now it's Camino time. Fair. You didn't, Zeno? What's wrong with doing redstone? Oh, shit. You mean designing it? 35K, please. I wonder if it's probably faster for you to just not have the cyclers and just have all the boxes placed on the ground. Since it's like the last sub-region. Still use the auto-collect materialist thing, but I'm gonna spend the time cycling. It was alright, purse. Besides getting boxed in at a gas station, and then this person behind me honking at me like I'm supposed to move somewhere. Meanwhile, they're the ones that boxed me in. It's the car in front of me just pulled in. It's like, how the fuck do you want me to move? Can't go anywhere. Oh, I flipped them off. It's like, where exactly do you think my car is just supposed to disappear into the void? Don't mess with Bolt? Exactly. Why am I getting bonked, God? What did I do? Exist, alright. Make them afraid? Just take me to pull in front of them, and then just rev my engine, and then they would probably go deaf. Not my problem. Ask Purse, because you bonked me as well. God, take blame? Nah, never. But yes, I have no idea how we're already at Deep Slate, Zeno. Not even just in Deep Slate, like, that's all that's left. No Purse smile. The simple answer is key, yeah. Not wrong. How much deep slate do we have? God, it baited you? Nah, it could never be. Had deep slate already? Yeah. I've been asking the same thing, man. I'm gonna check deep slate. Big fucking excuse me, sir. Where did you come from? Almost a full slice of deep slate already. It's like 1.2 million or something. Look at the ores, bro. Dripstone block. That's like what? 60k dripstone blocks? Insane. You're at Y9, so you're just very close to deep slate then. It peaks through, what, Y5 or 4? Not too far away from the final stretch. I say final stretch, but at least no more stones very soon. Started a whiskey hand dug perimeter. What, you doing like a square, or are you doing a circle, or what, you doing like a special shape at all, God? Yeah, I saw the vein. That thing right there. Final stretch, he says. I mean, in a sense, compared to what you started at. But I definitely think like now you're seeing a lot more geodes. It's definitely more it's better motivation wise. You're actually seeing progress a lot easier. Where it's easier to see progress. And it just feels like you're doing more, even though you're doing the same thing you were always doing. Being a basic bitch with the circle. I mean, I did the first one I ever did was a circle. And that was an overworld one. Anything else is a lot more complicated and more blocks to destroy than what's actually needed. Circle's just the most practical thing if you're to do a manual mining thing. Hepto monster, is that what you're calling it? Yeah, custom shapes are definitely a lot nicer to look at. Because it's more unique for sure. I mean, like, this one probably could be done with that thing, but it wouldn't be as clean. So, like, you could do, like, the thing we use for the triangle. Like, it would work, but it wouldn't be super clean like it is like this, so I don't think it'll ever be the same. But yeah, the amount of time effort it is, I mean, this is similar to a full standard perimeter size, just a lot different shape, but it's nowhere near a despawn sphere, which is the problem, if you were to put something in the middle. Go, take, go. How you doing, Sharon? Yeah, not having parry wall dig helper is annoying. Now that we have it, though, with the MMM thing, it's a lot nicer. For sure. And it's mainly just because I don't want to deal with the mobs right now. And I don't want to remove all the spawners, because it's just, I want to keep all the spawners. I know they need LOS to actually, like, activate, but you still, for the first time, have to fight the mobs, and it's just like... It'll just be better to leave it to the end, so we can do that all at once. You put the bricks as restriction as well. Yeah, you can also do that. You only started it because of wall dig helper? Yeah, digging anything other than a square without it, long day. You spend so much time just repairing the blocks in the walls. It was kind of cool that we can just, like, leave it here, though, and to, like, see the full structure, not underground. Five more minutes, then back to commuting. I can help tomorrow on stream if you want, or if you want to finish it by yourself. I wonder if you would find this thing useful, Takeshi, that only tracks the blocks, like, mined or placed in, like, a certain area. It has, like, its own separate scoreboard. And then when I leave the area, it goes back to the main one. You can do blocks placed, as well as blocks mined. Obviously, place isn't as important for a single-player world, but... The chat being flooded, do F3 plus D, and it clears it. You installed the shapeboard as well? I think it is really nice, especially for a server setting. Single player, not so much, but... Servers are actually really nice for, like, lots of things. Like, yeah, build events exists, but... The fact that this can also do the opposite of place and blocks is really nice. Back to Camino. Oh yeah, you probably will. It makes sense. Yeah, you're not like key over here that's gonna dig everything out. I guess it's more annoying for you, first, because the materials are out of the area. Since I only did the small selection. Because obviously if it was the full build, it would have been a lot larger of a thing, but... I only did the section that needed to be, completed. I can expand it, if it's really annoying to you. I think this sync and update still says you're at 25.6. What do you mean? Oh, the mine amount's different, Rubik. Yo, Purse. I appreciate you giving out a sub to Rubik. I feel like my amount's different. Because it says the world total, we're at 19. Seeing the history is kind of cool. I never saw my full player total here. No, what is this? Yeah, so like, yeah, this is different. These two are different. So there's something that doesn't count into this. That's different from the global and world. I don't know what the difference is. Oh yeah, it definitely can be for sure, COD, for like I guess like accurate amounts of blocks you destroyed compared to like the area total or like the volume total. Because obviously the amount of blocks is different with all the caves and liquids and all that stuff compared to what you're actually destroying. Believe it or not, you don't enjoy digging. Recently I've been on a kick to do it. I don't know why. Oh yeah, you do have the better stat thing. Forgot about that. And yeah, if you're doing a square, it's really easy to know how many blocks you're actually destroying with an area selection or just analyzing the area. Relaxing, yeah, it definitely is, but sometimes it can be super tedious and feel like a hassle compared to just like chilling. You know, that's fair. Apparently I was also like the first person to use this thing outside of Mindwave themselves, which I found quite interesting because it's been posted for like over a month or two. Granted, it's basically server end, but it's a little bit of who the hell? I shouldn't even know if it would work on single player. I would assume so, because the server is technically on the client, but then again, they say don't put anything on the client. So it'd kind of be like 50-50 if it even work. The annoying part of the chamber is like not being able to instant mine any of the copper. That'll be the tedious part. Bricks? Nothing. That's fine. Fuck the copper section. Oh yeah, you do need to be up to use the commands. Forgot about that. So only Rubik myself and yeah, only like we can do it. Set it up. You know, that's fine, Bruce. We kind of got, like, pretty close to, like, perfect met, so if somebody died with something, or people logged out with stuff, or brought extra things back to main storage and it wasn't done yet, like, it'll happen when some things are not correct in terms of the materials left over. Hardcore TMZ kind of different, just a little bit. You know, the ores at deep slate level is drastically different than stone. They're so less common. Fucking hell, Carrie. That shit is insane. It's just the rough shapes. How the fuck is that a rough draft? Fuck yeah, no. I haven't heard Alan Walker in a long time. I'm gonna add a song that I found recently as well, Purse. Like 2 days ago or something. And this one too. So the two songs after this I found pretty recently. Well, the two songs after your song. Yeah, a bit of a rough thing. Still need to do a lot of other details, and I'm pretty sure they want to do some coloring on it as well. It's like, it's not gonna stay like the dark vibe, at least for the houses. I think they want to do something a bit more bright, like the plate echo. Just a different color palette, so there will be a lot of block types again, which the cyclers will get a lot of use on for that. I mean, the shapes overall in those things, god damn, man. That'll be a good thing to do to count the blocks placed for sure. Crime for you to add only duration 3 rockets in your crafted. I mean, if you only use duration 3, I don't see the point in making any other duration. And the cyclers, what's wrong with my cyclers, man? too slow? How many things would I have needed for clay deco? $54 down to spruce slabs. 81 down to gray concrete. So that's 108 down to prismarine. It's like 120 different block types in that clay decoration. I don't know, it was like Tate McCready, so. I'm not saying like our way is the fastest. I just like the quality of life of just being able to stand there and not have like hundreds of like displays with each individual item in it. That's just my thought process around the cyclers. But yeah, saying user error, it's kind of crazy again. This is a song I really like. Well, yeah, Kamino's kind of an exception because there's like a million stone and a million endstone, or not endstone, but a million andesite, like 500,000 of like a concrete color, another 300,000 of like a concrete color. That one's a bit of an outlier for the cyclers and for some blocks. Never liked the song. They're like a really small band. That being said, they still have 800,000 monthly listeners, but yeah, it's basically what we did for the last couple ones, but it's the same, you know, like uh displays that you just break the box from. Like it just displays the box, you take the materials out of the box with the auto-collect materialist thing and it replaces a new one of that type. Obviously you need one per type, or, you know, if you can fit all in one box with like the smaller ones, then you can do that, but The dead love? Yeah, I can kind of see that. How you doing, check? Yeah, they did it for the map art too. She's a really small artist. You probably saw the same thing I did. I noticed that they wanted to bring back, like, melodic EDM or something. I don't remember the video, but it's, like, kind of where the inspiration is, I think. It was a different song, I don't remember. The thing I like about the cyclers Takeshi is it also works with the, if I do like player use interval whatever, like I think it was like 16 or whatever, it'll still work with the auto clock material list thing on, so I could literally just sit there and get the materials of the next layer or whatever, next region, whatever, go away, like walk to the bathroom or whatever, and I would come back and then I would have the everything gathered. We found that out just randomly by me thinking about that in the end build. That was a stutter a little bit. I'll have to check the new version. I didn't download the new one because I didn't have any problems yesterday. But that little stutter is nothing. I'm not really too worried about that. Just impatient? No, I feel that. For a build that size, I don't want to just, like, make it as painless as possible. And, like, walking around to, like, all these different things, for me, seems very tedious compared to just, like, standing in one spot. Obviously, I know it's not the fastest thing, depending on the size of the sub-region, but... QL over speed, 100%. Just depends what you're in the mood for, which is why, you know, the past ones I've just done the displays. Because the display, there's only like 10 or like 15 block types. Like, the cyclers don't really have a benefit in that case. Compared to, you know, just grabbing a few boxes at a time for each type. The cyclers don't make sense. I would find a storage system a lot more annoying. That's a whole new item layout you gotta learn. Just for that project. It seems extremely tedious. Suggestions? Can this thing move rather than just top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right? Can I, like, move it pixel based rather than just like a corner? Because bottom left has chat, top left has the mini HUD, top right is beacons. This has the thing on the bottom for my stream is covered by that. There is a move HUD. Oh, see. Well, I can physically move it. Ooh. I see. Did I check? I mean, to be fair, there is a lot of things in that. When you open this thing for the first time, like, there's a lot. But it had, well, the only thing I ever saw was just snap, top left, top right. I just assumed it was limited to that. World total is the world you currently in, and global is the total from the website. So you're saying that the world total can be ahead of the website, in short, until it updates. I wouldn't say it's confusing, it's just there's a lot to, like, look at when you first install it. Song, you have to me 2 seconds. Let's finish this layer. Overwhelming, yeah, that's the right word for it. World total is the same as your mine blocks. 19,093,570. Okay, yeah, world total is that. Website profile updated 4 days. So there's a certain interval that the website's updated at. And I'm not really in a rush to have it updated or not. We actually just passed 79 million today. But yeah, I don't really, mind if that's not completely accurate. Like, we're doing a lot of digs at the moment, so, like, that's never going to be the same, and that's going to change a lot. Like, I don't expect it to be updated, like, instantaneously. There's no way we're hitting 80 million today. So I would just put that in the Discord or something, Rubik, so that whoever is actively mining, it's probably will be key that we reach or we save the block. Flower farms giving you problems. Oh yeah, shit, I gotta turn off the restriction. It feels so weird to mine button amethyst now. Doesn't feel right. 2026 is the year of the manual mining projects? I guess so. Yeah, if we had the placed one, you would have had a couple million for sure. Yeah, I still don't think we're gonna get 1,000,000 digs in the time that I'm streaming, which is like, what, 3 more hours max? 100 million by the end of the year? At this rate? I mean, shit, it's possible. Always feels wrong to mine them. And yeah. It used to be that way for spawners, but they're just not like that for me anymore. New Year's resolution, 100 million? Check. I don't know if it's like a thing, but is like the best hour thing, does that always start on like the actual hour? Or is it like the hour from the first block that you mine? Because I feel like I've always seen mine like update the second like the hour turns. Well, I'm saying like it used to be, like not in this world, but I'm feeling like, like a long time ago, in like earlier in the game for me. It used to always preserve spawners. Now I couldn't give like 2 shits about them. The scoreboard or like the client side one, Max? Both of them are still pretty cool for sure. Sea parry, yeah, mine parry. Yeah, the client side, the MMM one's the one that has the parry dig wall helper in it. It's after 1 hour? Okay. I want to say last night it, like, updated on the hour, but maybe that's just a coincidence. Oh yeah, you did make the mini HUD render thing. Yeah, that was cool. I don't know how I would actually like really use that per se. Um, but it's definitely a unique thing to see rather than just like the basic circles or small little things that mini HUD is possible with. Well, that side hasn't been filled in. Yeah, that was pretty decent first. Yeah, I guess you could use it for Takeshi. Oh yeah, that would be cool. I have a way that I actually do that. Just in base vanilla Minecraft. But if it's, you know, able to recognize an outline, if I just make this like this and then just do it here, that would be a lot easier than having to do it in the creative world like I do prior. Like I did for this shape, for example. Essentially what I do is whatever the outline or like the most of the time it's the background block from the image, I change that to concrete powder, and then I just update that, and then it basically just follows the outline pretty close, or if not exact. And then I just take a new schematic of that, and then the uh total blocks left over is what the area is. Obviously with the floor decoration in, or you know, the full part shape in there. That's just how I calculate it most of the time. But if it's able to like scan the shape and recognize the outline like this without me having to do anything special, that would be extremely nice. Oh, it scans the outline. That's cool. So kind of like, in a way, like what this thing does. Like I made this outline and I just put in a command like slash shapeboard create a name snow block, and then I give it the X or the Y level, and then it recognizes that around me. Yeah, that would be nice. Rather than having to do the whole conversion thing that I do with the decoration. Wait for all the blocks, the gravity blocks to fall down. I'm gonna continue this way. The water heater done? No. It's basically at deep slate level. It's as far as I got before we had the issue. I can launch it again after we finish the decoration tomorrow for end. The other issue for what? Oh, the World Eater? So I don't know what exactly happened, but I logged in yesterday after work, and Max was over at the World Eater saying that there was an issue. What I remember is that there was a section of the World Eater here where this sticky piston didn't retract when this redstone block went from the QC state down to here. So it didn't push the certain section of the thing down. So it only moved down once. But I was able to surgically fix it, yeah. So what I did is obviously because this redstone block across the rest of the way that, you know, after it didn't move down was still extended. So go on this side actually. So this redstone block would basically be QC in this piston, so it wouldn't retract when this one's down one block where the redstone block is, essentially, because the sweepers weren't docked. So I updated all these observers by placing a button on their face across the rest of the way. And then that in turn retracted this, which then, you know, retracted the AND gate. And then I manually stepped it down one by putting a redstone block over here so that this would retract. Or it's on the other side. This is a bit easier, but like here you would just move the redstone block down one so that the machine can move down one manually. And then I had to do the same thing again to update the observers to push them out. So that this would extend again and wait for the sweepers to be the dock before it actually toggled them on and off again. So a bit of a surgery, but definitely was worth it rather than having to resort to a backup. It just took me a little bit to figure out what exactly happened, and I still don't know what actually caused that to happen. So the shapeboard, yeah, so I was planning to use that, but I saw that was only for base 121. And TNT Virus, I think is their name. They responded pretty much instantly saying that it would be really easy to update for the other 121 versions, and they just did them all at once yesterday. Yeah, there was no way it could be fixed in one single spot. Oh, they updated it again? Oh yeah, there is a new code wave thing. A mod for planning and building beacons? Oh, that would be so fucking sick. I need that. I'm reading this. Oh, it's not like a thing that just like scans the outline. It's basically Mini HUD's beacon beam rendering thing, but it actually shows you where to place the next beacon, I think, rather than having to guess. Ever used it before? Start here. Beaconators, one for one job, covering a large area and beacons evenly without holes and knowing what you have left to build if you spawn proofing. What does a beacon have to do with spawn proofing? Besides the point. Open the screen, plus Shift B. There's the whole user interface. Tabs across the top, down at the bottom. Make a planned. Oh. Oh, okay. I see. So, like, you click, and it gives you a box with a beacon, the full range that you can plan out inside of your dig site, and then it actually overlays it in game for you. And like this little box here is where you would build the beacon base, the 2x2 or 1x1 or whatever. Oh, it shows you the actual physical beam. That'll be so nice for Venom. Hmm. I'll need to give that a look. Oh yeah, I got distracted. I was supposed to check that. Let me go to back to code wave. Shapeboard. Changelog. Releases. How much is left, but what is left. So it can tell you how much blocks is actually left to end the dig. Okay, that's cool. Not worth me updating the server right now for that, but that's nice. Oh, I see. Yeah, the per layer. So it basically just calculates the amount of blocks remaining per layer, and then if you have no blocks destroyed in a solid layer, you could easily just figure out how many blocks is in the full layer. Oh, it does count even air, so you don't even need a full solid layer. Oh, never mind. Only solid, collidable, breakable blocks. Air, water, lava, leaves, grass is skipped. I see. So you would still need to have a layer where it's fully solid, which most of the time isn't really going to happen. So I think I'd still probably do my way, but it is kind of nice to see if you wanted to see whatever is like left in the entire dig rather than a single layer. Single world time? What do you mean, Rubik? Give me a saturation beacon, then. Oh, for the beacon thing? Yeah, I think the beacon thing would be really useful. I probably spent like 3 hours planning the beacons out here, like 2 hours or some shit. So tedious. So if that thing's like really easy to use, I think I would thoroughly enjoy that thing. And Spotify DJ yaps. Yeah, the dude yaps for songs that you also like daily listen to, and he's like, it's something you never listened to before. And it's like, what are you talking about? Oh, hello. I love how it's still in beta for like 3 years or whatever it's been out. Parashot for your phone. Sounds fun. Oh yeah, the way he pronounces some artists too. We've had one, Michael Jackson. Doesn't even pronounce the J, just Yak. There's a few where he like just completely butchers the whole name. It's not even close to what the person's name actually is. Daysecker, yeah. Oh no, it was just Dasic. Dasic. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Something like that. Went in the pool. Sounds about right. Rihanna Gomez? Okay, that wasn't on DJ, that was me. I just said the name. Well, I said Selena Gomez, but then you were like, no, it's Rihanna, and I was like, oh. Yeah, that's right. Oops. Because I didn't have the Spotify or the thing up at the time. I think it was actually covered by something, so I just assumed. Another freeze frame. Two tall flower farms. They seem pretty easy though. It's just bone meal and a cart eater, no? Flashbang? Yeah, that is definitely a flashbang. That's deep slate. Get it. Yeah, it's not vanilla for the instant mine deep slate. It's a carpet edition called soft deep slate from Carpet Org Editions. Oh, yeah, 100% I wish it was vanilla. Having to use a mod for this is ridiculous. All they need to do is just increase the tier of beacon or make the beacon block actually provide higher levels. The problem with that is that they need to do haste like 8 or something to be able to instant mine deep slate. Like haste 3 would do nothing. You made it too compact to where it looks bad. Interesting. Yeah, like I said, haste 3 would do nothing. I think I tested it, I think you need like around like haste 8 or something, I think it is. But the mod's not too overpowered. You have to use netherite tools. It doesn't work for diamonds. Like you have to like invest a lot more, which is a bit more reasonable because diamond tools are so easy to get. Yeah, because endstone and deep slate have the same hardness, so it makes sense that they're both the same. But yeah, haste 8 is just ridiculous. 4 mil soon. Not far. But yeah, larger beacon range would also be something I would also love for beacons to be updated, as well as more effects available on a beacon. Because there's just no way that a beacon that you get in, like, very early on in the world gets no better the later into the game you get. It just doesn't make sense. I get this game isn't all about, like, power scaling and whatnot, but What's the point of having different beacon-based materials if they don't do anything? Not even just for, like, gold, iron, you know, those renewable ones, like the ones that aren't renewable, diamonds, netherite. Like, those should just do something different. You can have either higher effects and or higher range. The fact that beacon bases don't go all the way down to the bottom of the world is also stupid. I feel like that should also be changed if they do something with beacons. A lot of QOL things that I wish would happen with beacons, for sure. The difference between netherite and diamond, they could do that as well, too. I just don't entirely know how code-wise they could do that. I guess just the mining speed they could change for the netherite tools compared to diamond, so you would need less of an haste effect to actually instant mine certain blocks. But yeah, overall, I think every block besides like obsidian and whatnot should be able to be instant mineable at some point in progression. The trial spawners for one. I mean, not instant mineable, but it shouldn't take 3 minutes to sit there with the pickaxe. And reinforced loop, like, just not even mineable to begin with. I don't think. I mean, yeah, they focus on a lot of other things that, you know, people don't ask for, which is just instant weird. Even with haste 256, you can't even instant mine a trial spawner. I mean, that's just ridiculous. It could be a killing. I don't remember. I don't really care or visit those things a lot to even think about if that stuff's mineable or not. Why did that sound like slime? Oh, I've been pushing for inventory management for the longest time, man. People saying that even, like, more slots don't solve the issue. More slots would solve a lot of issues. The bundles is the most failed attempt I've ever seen to solve something. Like, yeah, sure, it solves it early game when you're going exploring, trying to find stuff. It does nothing late game. Like, absolutely nothing late game. Stack expansion, you would think that would solve it. It would break everything. If you change the stack size to 64 to 128 or 256, any redstone thing, your sorter, your, like, literally anything that uses filters is broken. Signal strength anything, broken. So that just wouldn't be feasible. So literally just more slots, just literally double this. Instead of 27 slots like this, rather than just your hotbar, you have 54 slots. To me, that solves basically everything I could imagine. The fact with bundles, you can't just click the item in the bundle. You have to, like, scroll through, then click, scroll through, then click. Or dump the whole thing on the ground is just not a good way to go. For example, we have this tweakaroo thing that allows me to peek inside shulker boxes, yeah? I can hold shift and I can see inside of a box. If I then, for example, hold control or something on top of that, it should lock where this overlay is and allow me to move my mouse and just pull stuff out of a shulker box that way. Or whatever. Like, I can, like, click rather than having to, like, just scroll with the scroll wheel to, like, go to a certain slot and then drop it. But being able to access shulker boxes inside your inventory rather than having to place them down, open them up, get what you need out of it, then break it again. Too much. And bundles are just terrible. Being able to hold one stack, it does nothing for me. Like, what? I don't know, yeah. Changing it to from 64 would just feel weird too, because Minecraft's always been 64. Just increase the inventory slots. It solves everything. Whether they want to do it like progression, where you need to find a certain resource that allows you to craft a backpack or what have you, that gives you access to more rather than just doubling it all up front. I'm fine with that. I'm only fine with that as long as it doesn't have durability. If it has durability, that can go fuck off. That's just not the way to solve things, by adding durability. In early versions of the game, yeah, for sure. But, like, they add so many blocks that it's, like, it's miserable to even do. They're adding what? How many in this new version? I think it's, like, we're near, like, 50 or 60 some block types in a single version. Like, brother, you can't even fit that in your inventory. And they're going to say that the inventory is fine? Like, come on. It's the only problem with all these blocks that they're adding. It's having to manage all that shit. I mean, yeah, they're adding all these different variants of things. And then each time they add that, it adds a bunch more. Same with the copper stuff. When they added one copper block, that's not just one copper block. That's like minimum 8 copper blocks. Because you have to have all the wax variants, you gotta have all the oxidation stages. It gets out of hand quickly when they add all this extra stuff. For example, the copper lanterns, that's not just one block, that's 8. Copper bars, that's not 1, that's 8. Basically, building anything with more than 27 item types is tedious as heck because you can't have everything in your inventory at once. For example, our end build. That's being worked on currently, yeah? We ignore the fact that it's over 4 million block types. Like, we just ignore that for the moment. Or 4 million total blocks. The amount of different block types is ridiculous. That you cannot have at least one stack of every single block type in your inventory at the same time. It's just not feasible. Especially for this area. It's just not going to happen. So you're constantly having to have a shulker box area or whatever and just constantly be going to that. You spend less time building than you do, actually, you know, you spend more time gathering materials than you do building. Well, in some scenarios you can purse in there because there's not a lot of different types. Majority of the time, that's just not possible. I think 1.5 is just an odd number because you have 36. I mean, I guess if you add, you know, 18 slots, if you're counting the 36, like, that's fine. I just feel like just double and just add in 27 extra slots would just be perfect. Because then all you need to do is just add another 3 layers on top of this. Simple. I don't think they'll ever add that CA. Because that's not exploitable. Like, hopper lag isn't really exploitable in a sense. Whereas the light engine was exploitable with, like, light suppression and all that stuff. So that was probably only a priority as to why that was fixed compared to, you know, like hopper lag or, you know, other things lithium does to improve performance. I just can't see them adding that ever. I mean, yeah, that's definitely a good way for short burst to do the decoration. Because there's a huge chunk of those blocks, totally. Small company, surely. Only the largest game in the world. No, I know you were. That's why I said the Shorely thing. I say that when I'm just doing some jokes. Sarcastically. Well, the game was unplayable if you use a 72k ice farm. You could just light suppress the world by using a farm. Unintentionally. Wait, just imagine if you had 2x the inventory slot disperse. How much easier that would be. So CA, if they increase the inventory size, would you update immediately? Once mods and everything are, of course, are updated. Just out of curiosity. No? Interesting. So you pushing for them to add it, but you won't update. That I don't understand. I chucked my ender chest stack. Well, minus 63 ender chests. You know what? I don't need it on me. A drop blacklist? Yeah, that could be cool. Done that 2 times today, so you're saying I gotta craft a bunch more ender chests at some point soon? Suppression? Oh, I've got I got an entire suppression, to be honest. Everybody does it. I'm over it. Well, that's the thing, dude. Yono, I don't like having to rely on mods. You shouldn't have to rely on mods to have a game be enjoyable. And the fact that you have to, if you rely on those mods, you have to wait until those mods update for you to update the new features or whatever. I don't like that. Obviously, some things they're never going to add, so you're going to have to, but for some basic things that just should be in the game, having to rely on a mod for that is just insane. Especially because the mod developers don't really get paid. So like they do, most of them do it as a hobby. I see some of the big ones, you know, they do it as a full-time job because they actually can live off the ad revenue or whatever get off these websites. It's not like the marketplace where you get paid per, you have to pay a certain amount per download or whatever to actually use it. Well, if we're gonna both be working on it tomorrow, Purse, I would just not use the cyclers and just place all the boxes on the ground. It'll be easier that way than trying to figure out what thing is in what. How you doing, fish? You basically learn. I guess that's how much you've done. You probably know, but it'll be so tedious to like find it all in the boxes. We can just put them on like in a completed area on top of like the ship or something around there. That way it's just right next to it. What am I looking at, Aluska? What did I do? The platform getting smaller and smaller you were excited for? I mean, yeah, I could definitely see that. It's like another way of seeing progress is like, you know, the giant ass platform we had there with like the 20 cyclers or whatever. Slowly get less and less was a really nice, it's like a really nice feeling. Nothing? Fair enough. And you're bonking me? That's crazy. What's that 20k? I'm gonna make you a map art soon, is what you're saying to me? Alright, raising map art price to 30k. You work so hard, gotta work harder, man. Your account is not up there. Map art's never getting built at this rate. Nah, you be alright. couple months. Might be done like a couple weeks into September, like near the end of September. Your birthday's on a weekend, is it? I think it's like a middle of the week, isn't it? Oh, it is Saturday? I mean, possibly. I want to do it before the subathon if we do that, so my voice isn't like completely dead. Which is like the second week of October. That's when I have off. Getting older. True. Nah, Fish wants me to break a netherite tool. I don't want me to build any map parts. And there's a wild thing to say. I'm gonna dance on him first. There you go. What did you do? Oh boy. Still being carded at the store. Yeah. Yeah, I probably won't ever remove add the sounds back to the VOD first for the sound alerts. You're being distracted again. True. So see, what I said to COD is true. Smile. No. One time I get to talk to you. It is only a joke. I think I stream so consistently. Besides yesterday. I mean, she said stop seeing, so... I don't get how Key gets like 50,000 blocks an hour with the dig sort. Just don't stop buying it. I mean, that's fair enough, I guess. As long as you're saving the ores, if you're not saving the deep slate, not the end of the world. As long as the ores are still there, I'm fine with that. And you still get 50k an hour? That's crazy. At least the wall dig helper will help a lot as well. Without having that, you spend so much time preparing the walls. Yeah, definitely gotta do trenches for the next one. Down the middle, north-south, as well as east-west. Just do that for instead of the beacons, and it'll be a lot nicer. Go crazy not hearing the picking the blocks up. This is one thing you don't get with the careful break thing. And get that sound. It is kind of nice, though, to, like, once you see blocks starting to drop again, you know your inventory is full. Rather than having to, like, fully pay attention to the blocks on the ground. If you're actually picking them up or not. So that's quite nice. Well, I guess if you're actually, like, fully paying attention to that sound, then yeah, that's also true. I feel like with streaming, or if I had like a, like a YouTube video or another stream up, I wouldn't really pay attention to that sound. I feel like that would be like the last thing my brain's thinking about when I'm watching something on the side, if I'm not streaming. Even if I was streaming, I probably would not be paying attention to that sound. Better things to do than take off stream. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Your world's pretty much, like, the survival aspect's always done on stream, as far as I know, so that's fair enough for sure. Yeah, that works, Burst. It won't take too long to empty the cycler out if we do it tomorrow, but if you want to do it before you go to bed, I'm cool with it. I couldn't imagine only streaming a world, though. Especially yesterday, like I just wouldn't want to troubleshoot a world eater on stream. It just doesn't sound enjoyable because I feel like I would be getting so many different things to be told to do this, do it this way. If you tried this, and then installing a mod on the server, trying to figure all that out on stream, it just doesn't sound enjoyable. And it wouldn't have mattered at first. People just don't read. I just gotten more annoyed that it wasn't working, rather than focus on actually trying to figure out how to fix it. Only use farms, like AFK farms. I'll show you that. That's totally fair. AFK streams would be kind of funny. I kind of thought about watching or having the stream on with the bedrock breaker running in the background or something. Never did it in the end, but emote only mode. So you wouldn't break the bedrock for the cannon on stream? We should have plenty of andesite. If we really have nothing, we'll have a bit here from the dig. We have like 250,000 here. How you doing, Taco? I was making a joke about you building the cannon and having to do the bedrock break-in for the cannon. If you would do that on stream. There should still be some andesite in the bulk that's not crafted into polished. There's only 100 and some K there. So that's a decent amount, but it's not a lot for sure. I keep forgetting that you're not in a current version. I'm not used to it. To like me being a higher version than other people. It was always the other way around. Basic. Yep, Basic's back again. We switched. Yep. Somehow. Yeah, I can't imagine that region has a lot of polished andesite. No, yeah, that's fair, Takeshi. Totally, dude. That's why I stayed in 117 for so long. Besides the fact that it would break a lot of stuff. The fact that there wasn't a real incentive for me to update was kind of why I stayed there as well. To be fair, really the only incentive that made me update was just I was running out of things to do. And it was kind of tedious as well for people that wanted to join, because they needed to have a 117 version of the game. Which is, pretty tedious. So it's also, you know, more relevant for projects as well, which is nice. Rather than doing things completely, you know, old. And also, there was a lot of cool mods that I wanted to use that just weren't backported to older versions of the game. Like, you know, for example, the first thing I wanted to ever use was, like, you know, the Voxy thing, or Distance Horizons, and that was never available in 117. So I couldn't use these cool things. Axiom, I don't think, was backported that far. A lot of these other, you know, cool things that you could do and whatnot, I wouldn't be able to use them. So that was also another thing why I updated as well. Never used VIA Fabric, but I have heard some people do that as well, for sure. You'll get there soon. Yeah, I think everybody will eventually get tired of the version they're in. Once you finish the dig, and I don't have to void for pickaxes anymore. Oh yeah, void trading. Yeah, I gotcha. $26.2 instance? Interesting. Don't see the point making life harder? Nah, for sure. When you update, would you make the Wither Sculpt module? Or would you just use like an XP bank furnace array thingy that's just loaded all the time? Just use a regular mob farm? Yeah, that's fair enough for single player. You gotta worry about turning off the mob switch for other people in the world or whatnot. So yeah, I guess that's fair. You back purse. But yeah, the Rose lyric of the Dayseeker song. It's every time, man. Just finished a toggleable 3-type ore crafter. What now? Toggleable 3-type 4. Oh, I don't get that part. so you mean a toggleable 3-type firework crafter for each firework type. I get you. You just phrased it weirdly. Nothing will top God protocol. Yeah. I mean, it's just the convenience factor of it as well. $400K done today. Wild, dude. You're only at 79 too. There's no way we're getting 80 million today. Tomorrow, possibly. Especially if Key keeps doing 400K days. Best song in your Spotify? Pretty much. I wouldn't be surprised if this was done this weekend. Fully cleared out. Including the trial chamber. Happy with 2 million a month. I haven't moved at all. It feels like, and then you look at that and you're like, damn, I'm slow as hell. I mean, to be fair, like, actually, I think he does it for like 12 hours a day or some shit. Like 10 hours a day minimum. "13 hours straight of mining." It's definitely, you gotta be in the right mood for it for me. I could never do it every day that long. It was probably both bursts. What, you mean like what I do, Xeno? Or do like everything? That's why I like having multiple projects going at once. It really helped for like me getting like start to enjoy everything. I used to only really do like the farm stuff and like the trenches and the world eaters and all that stuff. I never used to enjoy decoration or mining or any of that stuff, but we're being able to work on multiple projects at once if I get bored of building a farm or doing something else like trenches or whatnot. There's other things for me to do. $52K an hour for 24 hours, it's just wild. Nah, it's peak efficiency, surely. Stone farm? Listen, man. That's a lot of planning I just don't want to do right now. Wait, the thing with starting a lot of projects and, like, you know, having a lot of them open is that you have to actually, like, follow through with them. Because if you could open, it's easy to open projects, but it's not easy to actually complete them and see them to the end. So that's the only thing you have to actually be careful about. Otherwise, you'll get into a point where you have so many projects open that you'll feel overwhelmed by how much things you have to do, and then you'll just never do anything. Because you're overthinking about everything. And you feel overwhelmed. I didn't have the chance to make that in survival. That decoration. It was done before I even got the chance. Only God says listen. Yep. It's fucking glow squid still here. See what, there's how many people mining here? 4 people? And this dig sort has no problem keeping up. Look at that batch. Well, yeah, but even if I didn't have the card filters, I'm pretty sure the stack step would still itself be keeping up, even without the filtering of the stone and stuff. Glow squid farm? Well, that squid's never gonna die. Because it has a bubble column and then it can't go out of the water, so there's no way it's gonna ever die. There's no air gaps for it to die. I can only assume it spawned in the water stream down here. And made its way into the bubble column and got shot up. Where's Filter Boy? It's looting base? No, it's TNT base. I'm gonna be near nothing here first. What are you talking about? Lead dripstone. $50K placed since yesterday. Crazy. Oh yeah, you really didn't place anything yesterday because it was late. You were here mining with me. Forgot about it. Nah, good enough. Yeah, we just tested to be sure everything was working. I really want to just break all the ships on right now. I did a simple layout. I didn't connect anything. And if we're going to do the smooth stone as well, which would make sense to do, need to make another, just another 1728 furnace array. And I'll probably have to change the tree farm to a faster one to be able to supply both 1728 furnace arrays. Nice burst. Stone will get done soonish. Gotta be in the mood to actually plan that stuff out. Because it does take a little bit to do. Nah, I'll do it, Fishman. I just gotta be in the planning thing. I just been enjoying not having to think a lot after work and whatnot. On the weekends, just chilling when I have other stuff that's going on. But I don't have F1 for 5 weeks, so I ain't got much stuff going on the weekends. For a little bit. That was a satisfying sound. A little bit. Like having noisy upstairs neighbors. Just running around a little bit. Stomping on the floor. Get the dog involved too. There's some more. Good thing you have a house. Yeah, I could imagine living in that. I'm gonna deal with that. 'You'll be able to maintain that record here, no problem. Because apparently everything I choose is in a dripstone cave, so... No worry about that ever be taken from you. $230k dripstone blocks is crazy. I only have 20k. I've really done a lot of manual mining in a dripstone since we updated. Of course, there wasn't really like any dripstone in 1.17, so... Space with the whole server. Made a pretty big house. Sleeping bags. Is the couch an option? want to live in a cabin in the middle of the woods. If it, obviously, feasible. $17K. So. Unrealistic thing, yeah. The annoying part would be having to drive an hour to go anywhere. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, anywhere. It's just so damn expensive at the moment. We did talk about it. It's all good. Soul City? Interesting. I'll probably go for like another 30 minutes or so. I haven't heard this in a while. My last hour was 43,000 blocks mined. It's not bad considering I'm yapping on stream. And stopping occasionally to check stuff, but... Sorry. Imagine. Things I have to deal with. This makes me... Can't reach my peak efficiency because I'm enjoying playing the game too much. Wild. You're leaving? You didn't even hear the full thing I said. Just leaving to go to your corner. When's the My Corner map bar getting made first? To end build. Couldn't be farther from the truth verse. Oh, advantage us, sir. Didn't lose him. Blaming you for yapping. I mean, it's true. That's not how I am outside of here. I'm quiet. You doing, Pedro? Yeah, there's a lot of stone in that thing, Burst. Wait, I know I haven't met you. I just, if you told me to say, like, you know, what your personality is outside of here, I would have said the exact same as you are here. That's just what I would have assumed. Hesitant? No. We gotta just fix your robot-y sound and how you don't come through sometimes on Discord's end. Yeah, get me in a comfortable situation where people that I know, like, I'm chilling, I can yap forever, but in a situation where I know nobody or know very few people, I just I don't enjoy that at all. So I stay quiet. You didn't, Timmy? Do you have noise suppression off, Burst? Or on? If it's on, try turning it off. Because I think the mic is just so, like, sensitive. Or, like, not sensitive enough. It's like it doesn't like turn on and like recognize you're speaking until like pretty far into like the sentences, or it'll just cut out if you're not like loud enough or something. Yeah, sure. The AirPods can kind of be when it comes to capturing audio. Yeah, in the same way. First, I can't. When it comes to like new people. Automatically adjust input sensitivity? That could be a thing. Hold on. I have that. But like, it definitely feels like sometimes I have crisp. I mean, it looks normal, but like it's just like the AirPods have their own things that Discord just doesn't have. It just doesn't work properly. I want to see something real quick. That's not bad. No, I wasn't saying you needed to use anything else. So even like AirPods, sometimes even on like an actual call, people say they can't hear me at all, and it's like, well, that's stupid. These things are designed to work with a thing, and they don't. They have a mic, and it's just shit. guess it could just be like the connection, anything to like based off where we are. Could be the only other thing I would think of. I sound fine. I think it's just the quality of AirPod mics then. I don't think it's anything that you can actually do. Maybe there's probably a tutorial out there that has like the best settings for AirPods in Discord or something. You can maybe try looking at a little bit. Because obviously the settings I use for my mic is gonna be different. It's a standalone mic. Yeah, it's not like a priority or anything, verse. It's just like sometimes you have to keep like repeating yourself because I guess like I'm like I don't know what the hell you said. I was like every other word cuts out sometimes. I just think it's more annoying for you because you have to like, keep repeating stuff. Yeah, we'll figure something out. I'll probably finish like this section before we cross like the key or whatnot. Cross this whole side and we'll see how long that takes. So now we'll go through these last two pickaxes. We get through that first, or we get to the end. Whichever one comes first, we'll stop then. I did a dig project here, so I thought it would actually take a lot longer. I could focus on something else in the meantime, but apparently not. Literally your Spotify. And I'm going to transfer account ownership to you. Change the display name to the Percy Pony. I mean, I did say I was about consistently 45,000, around 45,000 blocks an hour on average, and that's seeming to line up. My average expected is around 43,000. Like, I kind of even knew my average without even, like, needing this thing. Which is just kind of weird that I knew the speed I would be around. Constantine. It's Concertina. You illiterate. You doing EKC? Which one should I watch before I go to bed first? I want to watch one. Fun. Lando? Okay. Making dinner, so won't be here long. No, I get you, man. I'll be ending pretty soon here. Hope the food's is good. No, no what? Huh? to keep the streak up. Appreciate that, man. $2024 RPM awards, not legit, but still really important. Something like that. No, not official. Not, yeah, not official, but still really important. Award given ceremony. That's what it is. Bad Omens. Alright, DJ. Oh, I forgot the TM part. Shit. That's exactly why I want to watch it first. Drop the items off on this side. When he starts doing IRL shit, yeah. the the most recent one, not really the most recent one, but the one where he responds to the stuff in the F1 Academy video. Just, bitch, I'm in a bathtub. That shit was so funny the first time hearing that. The women in the workplace song. Didn't I just drop this shit off? These raw iron blocks are like a lot more common than I thought. I feel like I probably mined like half a stack, or like, you know, like whatever stack that I. Guess my summary actually tell me how many I've mined. No, you're good, Purse. Build again. Oh, lovely. It would be nice if I had a larger inventory. Dang. Our Spotify? Yes. It's evolved too. Your fault? Maybe a little bit. You know. Just a wee bit. Me take accountability for making a song redeem that you always share songs with? No, it couldn't be my fault. Surely not. Yeah, it checks out. Makes sense to me. Reasonable. See? Exactly. Another one. This is a good song, though. I mean, most of your songs are, but like this one. What are you bonking for, God? Because I'm existent again? Alright, that's toxic. Door stuck. Yes, always. Okay. Fair enough. Bonked in game chat? That's wild. What'd I miss? Five months and you went savage mode on you? 2 days ago? Amen. VC Squish is Is something. Especially when we were hate watching. Filter Boy. It didn't really come across as a sarcastic in that message. I'm mining this on dirt. Stream is done. Look, there's Damocles is playing. It did kind of catch me off guard. That's for sure. You told me to fire back. Wow, so you're blaming Filter Boy now? Wild. Just the innocent fishman. You couldn't possibly do anything wrong. I just do a pickaxe. It's okay, it can't burn. Chilling. I gotta just wait here for a few seconds. Screenshots proof otherwise, your career is over. That's not my pickaxe. This is like impossible to get out of F5 mode. What the hell? Okay, good. I can enjoy the last little section here for today. This little section here is what we'll finish off with. F in chat for Fish Filter Boy. His career's now over. Done over by her screenshots in chat. You won't join VC and say that? think I did what, like 120k today? Something like that. I guess we'll see with the summary. It's not bad for 3 hours. Just a filter fish. Never did nothing wrong. Okay. You joined VC. She's still in business. Noted. There's another one. Yeah, it's only really 9 iron. I don't really care to keep them. I was just mining it to count to the stat. So I can see how many I've mined today, so it feels like a lot. What is this? Am I storing calcite? Yeah. 130k blocks. 3 hours. Average rate 40k an hour. Peak 60. That's not. There's no shot. That's where. I mean, that's a higher number. But That's higher there, is it not? 11 raw blocks of iron. 100,000 deep sleep. 10,000 tough is insane. Almost a full shulker box of dripstone blocks. This is kind of cool. I like this. $46,500. Not the 50,000. Crazy, man. Facing 55K. Gotcha. I'm mining that concrete powder. Alright. Making some good progress on the dig here. And like I said, they could very well be done this weekend. But tomorrow we'll be hoping to help finish with Purse to help finish the end build. Hopefully that is possible. Little area over here left. This is the building we're gonna work on tomorrow. So we should be able to finish that off hopefully tomorrow with the two of us. But we'll see how that goes. Would be really great to finish that off then. The vortex. Yeah, we can move the boxes out of here. Kind of feel weird to not have that anymore at the end. But we'll still do a little bit more here to, fully wrap it up. The one thing I really want to do is just move the end switch so I can chunk load it. Not have to have a bot here all the time. Since that is possible now. So that'll be nice to change along with this. But other than that, the thing's pretty much close to being done. Yeah, that's fine. I would just have one box out and then have like a stone like this next to the chest. So it's easy to spot. But making some good progress. So hopefully we get some more stuff tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm gonna go watch RPM before heading to bed. Uh, this will be fun. In a deep dark. What could go wrong? Yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out. Should be live normal time roughly tomorrow. And then hopefully we have some good stuff to finalize, which will be good. But yeah, I'll run the road eater at some point after that is done as well, so we can get that project completed, as well as we can start getting that area cleared out so we can make the decoration for that project, because that'll be a really nice thing to start working on as well. A lot of blocks to place in that one, so that'll be a good thing to get started underway. But yeah, appreciate you saying that. Night, day, wherever, and see dudes all later.